Hello there, I'm Pablo Roll, a ski mountaineering coach, and welcome to the Global Skimo YouTube channel. Today I have a video for all of you who want to start ski mountaineering or who are beginners, and I'm here to explain the functions and parts of a classic ski mountaineering binding. I've tried to choose a model generic enough and similar between brands and quite consistent in the way they work so that it can be useful for everyone. As you can see, we mainly have two separate parts, the toe piece and the heel piece, and each one has its own characteristics that make it special. To start, the toe piece has these two small teeth that bite into the boot's toe. All boots usually come with this insert, and it's designed so that by applying pressure, it clicks in there and already allows us this upward movement and stays fixed. It is important that simply when we step and the toe piece clicks, it stays in this position. This position is for descending, and this position, if we apply a lot of force to the boot, it jumps up. Therefore, for the ascent, we need to unlock this system, and you do this by lifting this tab up. You'll hear a click, and this part will point upwards, and in that case the binding is locked. This is very important, because if we don't do that, maybe when we start going up it won't come off, but the moment we hit it a bit sideways, because this one's harder or because we're changing direction, the ski might come off. And none of us would like to lose a ski in a tricky area. The uphill position is just that easy, and it is important that we have those other protrusions covered, either with the riser, allowing it to rest on them, or in some models of some bindings, what you need to do is rotate that back part. And so the boot can fall without getting caught in the inserts. In this case, as you can see, the binding isn't set up for this boot, and that's why it doesn't fit in, but for the example I think it works. To finish with the toe piece, before we move back, on the way down we should lower that notch we saw we raised earlier, and keep it just like that. In case of a fall, you can jump, and to remove the ski, it's as simple as pressing this front part with either your palm or the pole, and the boot gets free. Let's dive into that heel piece, because there's quite a bit to talk about. We've seen that during descent, it's important for these inserts to stay forward so that the boot can engage in this metal piece it has, and by applying pressure, it can hook here at the back. In case of a fall, this system releases sideways and the boot ends up coming out. When we won't be ascending, when we are going to go uphill, we have already mentioned that those inserts need to be either covered or oriented backwards so that the boot does not get caught and allows us to keep the heel free. And normally, bindings, unless they are for competition, come with a lift system where we can adjust the height at which we step. So if we raise it, we have like a heel at that height. And it allows us that when the slope is very steep, we can somehow compensate for it and not have to have so much ankle flexion. In this case, for example, we can play with having this riser higher, lowering it, and having it without a riser, rotating the binding and having this intermediate riser. It does gives us certain variables that we can adjust to the terrain. The heel piece also usually has a system that allows you to adjust the boot size a bit. So as you've seen, this boot didn't quite fit the current binding size, but I could adjust it with a screwdriver. By moving this screw, the tension would be delayed a bit and fall just to the measure that the boot required. Also, in this case, it comes with a pretension adjustment system. So just like in alpine skiing, we can regulate that force we would need to apply to the ski so that it ends up popping off. So based on the skier's weight and our skill level and type of jump, we can adjust so it doesn't release during a fall, not just while skiing or making a sharp turn or jump. And to finish, as you can see, it comes with a built-in brake, which isn't automatic. We need to press this button right here. To go up, we'll leave it lifted as it is now, and to go down, we'll activate it. So that when we step down, the brake lifts up. But in case of a fall, it activates and we don't lose the ski. This is everything I wanted to tell you about ski mountaineering bindings. I'll leave it here, in which I analyze the entire range of bindings and how you can choose the one that best suits your style and the type of activities you do. It's very, very comprehensive and I'm sure it will help you. And subscribe if you haven't yet. See you soon.